Hey, it's Jang here from JangBricks.com with a quick look at a LEGO Star Wars 2014 set. This is the Death Star Troopers set. Comes with 83 pieces and it's basically a troop builder. The minifigs are the focus of this set, so we'll look at them first. You got 2 Royal Guards here and 2 Death Star Gunners. The Royal Guards are just awesome dudes. I mean, just their outfits from the actual full-scale theatrical versions, they were great. And I like these versions here. I haven't personally followed all the different variations they've done over the years, so I'm not going to be able to talk to the differences. But here we've got dark red arms and hands here, and the capes are also dark red on the inside. You'll see on the back that they're just the regular red. Got a little bit of print on the fronts of their torsos. The heads here are just plain black minifig heads, so nothing to see underneath of there. Then you get a couple of Death Star Troopers, and they are identical when you have their full armor on, you have their helmets on. Actually, take a look at the little bit of printing. It's a little bit hard to see there, but the little dots there, just a little tiny dot of blue and a dot of red and a dot of silver printed on there, just to give them a nice little bit of extra detail. Looking at these from the back, again, nothing to see under the helmets here, but if you take these helmets off, this is where things get a little more interesting than I expected, actually, because I expected the Death Star Troopers to be identical, but they're not. Or the Death Star Gunners, I should say. See, one of them has a closed mouth, one of them has an open mouth. Same basic face, but just looks like different versions of the same face. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. And then for weapons, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with these vibro pikes, force pikes over here. Not quite the design that I'm used to. I like the nice tall staff versions. These almost look more like dark sabers to me, but I'm not sure of exactly where that's coming from. I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer just the regular staffs, but I think these are better for play. And then speaking of play, you've got the new style of blasters here. These are the ones that can actually shoot. So you've got the little stud piece at the end, and you just squeeze this thing from the top and it shoots out quite rapidly. And they give you a whole handful of these that can just rain on down. Extra ones included in the set, so you can do a lot of shooting. You will certainly lose those things if you use them. I'm not the biggest fan of these. I don't think they look very good personally, but some folks will like them for the play value and some folks will dislike them for their look. The actual build here is one of those Death Star guns, one of the relatively stationary units that just would rotate around and has the alternating barrels that shoot. I think we first saw those in episode 4. This one has a single flick fire missile built in, so you've got a little bit of a remote launcher right here. It's that tip right there is going to come out, so out that comes, and it just provides a little bit of the realistic play value to it. This thing is small and it's compact, but I think it's accurate enough. It's authentic enough to the real thing to be a decent build, and something that if you got a number of these, you could set up a whole row of them and actually have a believable diorama. Could have used more detail on it, or like I say, could have been bigger, but I'm decently happy with this. I wish that they gave you a little bit more stuff around the operator. The gunner himself should have a panel to actually control stuff, so just having him on a little rotating seat is a little bit silly, but still kind of, I would definitely recommend adding a few extra pieces here, but this still looks pretty good though. And like I said, the figures are really the focus of the set. This is my personal favorite out of this little sub-series of troop building packs that they've given us so far this year. I'm really happy with it. I like the figures. I liked what they were on screen in the theater, and it's a nice little mini build also that's pretty versatile. So I'm happy with this one, and that's it for this video. I'm going to move on to the next thing. Please feel free to share your thoughts about this set in the comment section. Whether you like it or you don't like the set, your opinions are always appreciated, and we'll be talking to you again soon.